Hello, welcome to the Strobe Light tutorial for Planet Coaster 1.5 Plus update. There you go, evidence that I can make a strobe light. I had to set up this little scene just to prove it, because you know, you don't trust someone without seeing their accolades first. So basically, I was looking for a tutorial. I couldn't find one that was that worked for 1.5, so here it is. I figured it out, and there it is working. And if you're into spooky stuff, I tell you what, get ready to be disappointed, because that's the only spooky thing in my whole park. So basically, I grew up on Sims and Tycoon games. I was just gotten into this one, actually. So, you know, here I am. This is my first roller coaster. We'll check that out later. But first, of course, you want to see how to make a strobe light. So I've made this blueprint, which is on the Steam Workshop. Okay, it's got one light, a sequencer, and some art pieces just to make it, I don't know, fit. It just seems like the kind of corny crap a theme park would do. You know, just to kind of block stuff, but not really. So I did that, and that's in the blueprint. So inside the sequencer, I should probably show my, there you go. All right, inside the sequencer, you have groups that are timed, and these are timed for a lightning effect, and both, I have two sets over there, just to go back and forth, just to make it more random. So basically, if you want to do a series of them, you can, but I'm going to show you how to build one with just one series, or one group from scratch. Get your work gloves on, because this is complicated. It's not really complicated. Don't get scared. Alright, so first you need a sequencer, which is right next to special effects under scenery. Plop. And then we need a light, which you can go under building. The one I looked for, I already have it typed in. So I just typed in light. And then I'm using colorable area light, not colorable floodlight. That's really big. So colorable area light. Easy peasy. Now, we click on the sequencer. Make trigger sequence. Add display group. You can rename it if you like. Strobe light. Fancy. And then connect objects, light. Now that's done. You don't have to click the light again. You can click the light again if you want, and it'll add another copy. There's an easier way, though. So basically, you have two lights now. Let's change this color to something spookier. Ooh, like that. Okay, so you have, this is the main sequence. So this is what will be triggered when you press the play button. Okay? That is because it's set on, it's just on. That's it. The trigger turns the light on. So when you press play, the light comes on. That's all that happens. So two copies of the light come on because of this. So we have to sort that all out. So you start with your first light, and that can go off at 0.0. That's fine. Here in these settings, this is where you need to be. And there's 4 options: play on trigger, activate on trigger, or deactivate on trigger. And then the one we need, which is repeat toggle on trigger. And it gives you these time options. Now this is the default. Clearly, if you play a 3-second thing, every 1 second, it's going to overlap and it's not going to strobe. So in here, I'm going to do 0.2 and then 0.1 just to make the effect more obvious on camera, just in case there's frame rate issues or whatever. So this is a real clean strobe, real clean classic bop, 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 bop. So in here, you can press duplicate, and you can make more. It's super simple. So this one, because we're going 0.2, put 0.2 on your next one. And then settings, and you have to change these on every one. The copy does not, the duplicate does not bring the settings with it, which hopefully they'll fix that. But right now, that's not how it works. And you can just press duplicate from here, and you'll get more. Okay, so 0.0, 0.2, and if you want to sort these, you can sort them. So here, let's do 0.4 and 0.6. Okay, so now they're all mixed up. Sort all. So there you go. 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. So just go through, make sure your settings are where they need to be. Repeat toggle on trigger, 0.2, 0.1. You can use 0.1, 0.1, but I've had some weird glitches with it. I'm going to actually show you after I show you how to make this. The only problem I can see being a problem is park sound. It does glitch out when this event is triggered. I don't know why. It makes no sense. It's even a park sound that's not actually locked to any one ride. It's just like a random park theme. And it's not the soundtrack itself. It's actually... It's weird. I don't get it. It might be the soundtrack, but it only glitches when the park sound is up. So basically, I'm using area speakers to eliminate that. And all right, one more, and we'll do this. So 0.2, and then not 3.1. Damn it, 0.1, and that's it. We'll do 4 lights. That's what I have in all those groups here. There's 4 lights in each one of those 5 groups on the sequencer. So it's going off, so we can look at it again. You see how they're going back and forth. There's a set here and a set here. So they're just, you know, interlocking to make it look like lightning. This sequence is 30 seconds long, but here we go. So we just got it a few seconds into it. And my wooden roller coasters break down all the time. I'm guessing that's normal. Anyway, so that's it. Once you build that, you get your timing done. If you don't set these times, you just get a light that blinks once and it's messed up because obviously your sequence isn't right. That's why it's called a sequencer. There you go. Strobe light. That's it. You can stop now if you want. Or I can show you what I did. So basically, what I did is I did that. So you get 4 flashes on the one. And then what I do is I go up here. And what actually sets off this event here is this trigger. Right there. So when this one ends, you can do it in any trigger in the park. I just picked one to make it somewhat intermittent. And then this coaster, it's not that long. As you can see, we just watched it go up the hill and now it's done. Okay, so once it hits here, you'll see strobes, hopefully, if my distance is okay. There you go. So I have just the sequencer tied to this trigger. And then it sets off that whole series of events. Okay, so I have these all added to the 5 here. So I can, down here, add a trigger. And then, no, not add a trigger. What am I doing? Connect object to trigger. Click that, and then confirm. And then this other trigger can be deleted because that was an accident. So now when this train comes around again, it will set off that one and that one, which is a little bit far away, actually. But, you know, it's not too long. There it comes. Alright, so now when it comes around, the trigger's right here. So basically, this is set up on a delay. This is not. So this should fire first, and then this should go off. Oh, or not. There it goes. Okay. Oh, I know why. I know why. So inside this trigger, I didn't pay attention to that, and that's my bad. Inside this trigger, these are all set up on different times. So this one was actually set up at 5.45 seconds, and these were at 0. So that's why it took longer for this one to start. But yeah, I mean, basically that's it. It's not super complicated. Let's ride this ride. Oh wait, yeah. So in here, if you want to do it on your own, you can have this as activate trigger here. Or if you want to have it as standalone, you can have it as continuous. And it just goes forever, which is really terrible unless no one's going to be there. You know, if it's inside of a tunnel or something, you can just let it go all day long. Or you can set it at specific times, which would be really super tedious. This is why I hooked it up to an event just at one of the rides. So whenever that ride ends, this stuff goes off. It's just easier that way. But the options are in here. So looping and trigger hourly, every 2 hours, every 3 hours, every 4 hours. So you have options, but I always just activate on trigger, and then set my trigger to just anything in the park that just every now and then, every couple of minutes, you know, it works. It works. So unfortunately, I talked through the launch of that, so I'm not going to show you the rest of it right now. When we ride this, I'm gonna be looking around a little bit, just up and down mainly, just to show you where my strobes are. Now it's over. There we go. Woo! That's loud. Bump that down a little bit. Okay, so this is my first roller coaster ever. Hold on, the scores on this are pretty awesome. So I got a 6.9, 484, and 1.68. I mean, this was my first coaster, and I was like, what? That's awesome. So that's why I was impressed, and you know, I always impress myself. You'll find out. So that's why I wanted to share it on the Steam Workshop, just in case, you know, just in case you want to tweak it or make fun of me for it. Either way, it's cool. It's on there, and I'll link it in the description. So here we go. This one's called Sea Demon, and I'll look at it from the side later, but this chain lift and the first drop is shaped a little bit like a shark fin. There we go. Okay, so in the first tunnel over here, there's a little bit of a strobe. Or maybe this is the second tunnel. The first tunnel is just red light. So this one here has got a strobe in here, and that just lights up as it passes, or right before it passes, just to give it a thing. So there's a sequencer down there somewhere, or it might be up top. I forget where I put the sequencer, but oh, there it is. Oh god, oh god, there it is. Can't control myself. So this is the sequencer for that. And it's basically the exact same thing. I just have it going a lot more. And then that is set up to the event down there, right around mid here. Right around mid tunnel, there's a trigger. Close this. And triggers. So there's the trigger there. And then when it comes back around, you'll see the strobe, but I won't. Oh. They coming? There it is. It's a little strobe down there. Okay, and then they go over the hill, and there's that strobe there. So this is obviously my little like camera setup. Smile or die. That's how you talk to your patrons, right? And that's it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Nothing crazy. But yeah, this is why I called it the Sea Demon. Is I made it, and I was like, oh man, it looks like a shark fin. And then I remembered there was that shark head in there. Because I am super new to this game. I just grew up on these games, and I have somewhat of a mind for roller coasters. And I think that's the only reason I got really lucky with this one. So, this roller coaster, some of this scary stuff over here, the little Rotten Pumpkin King. This is all really simple stuff. You could build it yourself, or you could download it on the Steam Workshop. It's up to you. That's on there. The little strobe setup is on there, and that's on there. So this will take a little bit of excavation on your behalf to actually get this one in. And I believe my fear scores are so high because of these two passes here where it goes through this roller coaster really close and through this one too. So that's mainly the reason I think I got lucky with the scores, because it's not that intense of a roller coaster. But let me know what you think. I think it's cool. I enjoy it, and I'm playing with the lights over there. It's a bit of a mess, but this was me playing with the sequencer before, just to try to figure it out. So that was that. Yep. Let me know what you think. I hope this helped you out, and I'll see you around. See you on the next one.